Welcome back to Smart Architectural Programming, the official channel for hands-on learning from our Introduction to Java series. And today we're diving into one of the core pillars of object-oriented programming, encapsulation. And it's one of the core topics that you'll be addressing in Chapter 8 of our Introduction to Java book, if you're following along in our accompanying book to this video series. So first, to understand encapsulation, you actually need to focus and understand what exactly encapsulation means. And that's what we're going to do first. So encapsulation means wrapping data and code into a single unit like a capsule. Like, think of it as putting your class variables into a secure tight box and only letting trusted people use a key to access that, right? So basically it is hiding data and variables in a modular form, which is only accessible to certain people with the key to it, right? And it focuses on three major goals, as you can see on the screen as well. It's data hiding, preventing unauthorized access to class members. It's to improve maintainability. You can change how your class works internally without breaking other code, and it gives you better control. You decide how others interact with your data using control methods like getters and setters. So now that we have a brief understanding of encapsulation, we need to understand how to achieve encapsulation very specifically to Java, right? So you can see the code below. So you can see a step-by-step process here. Here you can see the name and age are private variables. The access modifiers are private here, meaning they're not directly accessible from outside the class, but you can still interact with them safely using getter and setter methods. As you can see here, let me actually get that pen I need. So this is private and this is private. So these two are only accessible from not directly accessible from outside the class, but they can be safely used using getters and setters. And what are getters and setters? These are different functions or methods that we create within the objects or class to actually do something, right? So some logic that we want to run related to data within the class. So as you can see, we're using public getters and setters to so that we can use them outside of the class, right? So this is a public getter, this is a public setter, and then this is again another public getter, and this is another public setter. I'm not going to go too deep into getters and setters right now. So our main focus here is basically encapsulation, but what you need to understand are getters and setters are different methods that do a specific task within Java. Basically, this also gives us control over data, like ensuring that age is always a positive number when we're dealing with this stuff. So some real world examples to give you an example. You can see a vending machine here, and that is how we're going to simplify this further. So imagine a vending machine, as you can see one in the screen here. You can't just reach inside and grab a soda. Instead, you need to interact with it using buttons and money slots, basically. So the internals, how it stores drinks or checks money, are hidden to you. You just get the results you asked for. That's encapsulation in action. You don't need to worry about what goes inside the vending machine, how you put, after you put in the money, how you hit the buttons. It doesn't matter to you. As long as you do the predefined task, you want to get something out of it, and you do get something out of that. That is what all encapsulation does. It makes sure the third party doesn't get into the deep intricacies of the logic that goes behind it and just presumes what he wants, the logic and results he wants. He's going to get that information. So what are the best practices? Because if you're hiding something, encapsulating something, then there needs to be certain standards that you need to follow in the encapsulation process. Otherwise, if your code doesn't work properly, it's going to become a headache for the entire project. So what are the best practices you need to follow when you're working with encapsulation? So always keep class fields private, use getters and setters very, very wisely and very, very controlled. Add validation in setters, avoid unnecessary setters for read-only fields, and this basically would help you to achieve a cleaner, safer, and more maintainable code. So I think with that it's a wrap on this video. To recap, encapsulation helps us protect data, control access, and build robust applications. If you found this helpful, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and check out our Introduction to Java book for hands-on exercises and deeper insights into Java and how to become better in Java. So next up, we'll be covering inheritance, another key concept in object-oriented programming. So stay tuned and keep coding. With that, I'm going to wrap up and see you in our next video. Thank you.